Whenever I visit the anime community and get some recommendations, I always get recommendations of the popular shows that everyone keeps talking about. You know, your Cowboy Bebops, Trigons, Evangelions, Dragon Balls, every shonen anime ever. You know, shows that were overhyped, but I see rarely get talked about are the niche slash older titles that we don't get to see or talk about. So, inspired by a recent video by this guy who made a video about hidden gems, I thought I would share some of my hidden gems that I have seen and spread some love to these titles the same way he did. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and let's get to it. Hades Project Zero Rhymer. If there one back in the day when I was researching what inspired Evangelion, and you know the anime that inspired all of Evangelion, all the anime, and usually the big ones were Gundam, Space Battleship Yamato, Getter Robo, Space Runaway Ideon, and Hades Project Zero Rhymer and others. When I heard Zero Rhymer was an inspiration in terms of Eva's aesthetics and themes, I had to watch it. And ooh boy, this is one of wow. Like this show, like if you thought Eva was dark, this makes Eva look like My Little Pony. Like all the characters, if Ava's characters were flawed human beings at best and monsters at worst, this is just we're monsters at best and just nightmares at worst. It's so uncompromising, like the way it deals with identity issues. It's and how it deals with themes of right-wing nationalism in Japan is really in depth. It's surprising, and the ending, oh my god, basically a triple suicide. I won't go into detail any more than that, but I highly recommend this show. But go into it mentally prepared, because it's a lot. So Phoenix, oh boy, how do I talk about this one? So I'm gonna spoil the last two episodes, so I recommend you skip, the Phoenix section. But if you want my honest opinion, just go watch it. It's one of the best pieces of fiction I have ever seen. But to summarize, basically, the last two episodes take place in the distant future of mankind in the year 3403, and it follows a scientist trying to. It takes place in a world where humanity has recently lost its space empire and is living underground in the earth, and it deals with the scientist trying to create life back on earth after this whole cataclysm that happened when they lost their space empire. And then we witness like our other two main characters, like a boy and a girl being chased by basically a Gestapo police officer called Rock and his robot lackeys. And basically, to sum up, humanity dies, and the only one alive is the boy, our main character boy. And the Phoenix grants him immortality, and he lives through billions of years, witnessing the rebirth of mankind. And oh boy, you know how in fiction the characters will say, "Oh, if I'm immortal, everything will be solved." No, being immortal is a fate worse than death. Like this series explores that really in depth, but also shows the beauty of even if this current mankind is extinct, mankind will always come back no matter what. And it's an optimistic message for a bleak story like this that I highly recommend. It's really spiritual. Believe me, just watch it. It's an anthology show, so I should warn. So, but if you want to watch these last two episodes, just go watch all of Phoenix from all the anthology stories, please. This is an anime I really don't want to spoil because, to sum it up, go watch it. If you want a true hidden gem, watch it, please. Just do it. Just do it. But to sum it up, here's the basic premise in the least spoiler way I can deliver. Basically, imagine if aliens and humans found technology that can reincarnate their souls into their next bodies. If that intrigues you, then just watch it. That's it. Just watch it, please. Hot take. I've never been a fan of Shinichiro Watanabe's work back in my teen years. Do I hate his works? No. It's just that it was really, really overhyped for me, especially now. I refuse to watch his more popular works like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy before I rewatch episode 1. It was fucking awesome. So yeah, for now I'm currently watching his more niche works from Macross Plus. Yeah, I watched Macross Plus, Terran Residence, and as recent as I can say, Kids on the Slope. And Kids on the Slope, wow. And you know the movie The Holdovers? This is like the Holdovers of anime, but with jazz. That's how good it is. I love these people. I want them to get along. I want them to have a happy life together. I just want to give them a hug. I just want to support them. It's so wholesome, but also tragic at times and heartbreaking. But that's just life, and the show is like a perfect representation of life. The highs, the lows, the even bigger highs. So yeah, I just recommend it. It's a beautiful title that I'll never forget. The last anime I'm recommending for this whole 5 anime recommendations video is a anime, or specifically an anime movie from Toei's golden age of 1958 to 1973. That was when Toei was trying to be the Disney of the East. And basically the title I have here is called Animal Treasure Island, an adaptation of the same name. There have been actually 2 adaptations of anime adaptations of Treasure Island, the Dazaki one and this Toei one. And out of the 2, it's hard for me to choose because one is serialized as one is a movie. But if I had to choose in terms of creativity and just humor, I prefer this one, which is hard considering one is a Dazaki show. So one thing I want to mention about this adaptation is that Hayao Miyazaki served as both key animator, character designer, and also creative consultant. Not consultant. I don't want to say writer, but he did serve as a creative, guideline, where he insists that they adapt Treasure Island and made John Silver into a anthropomorphic pig. And I gotta say, this, and one addition into this version that I appreciate is the female lead, which is just quite possibly the first appearance of the Miyazaki girl, unless you want to count Hilda from Orange Prince of the Sun. You know what? Fuck it. She's our second Miyazaki girl. And her story is amazing. I love how she goes from just, a hard ass towards our male lead to acting as his equal. And, she's extremely badass. When she noticed Silver's up to something sneaky, he just shoots him in the face. Not literally. There's no gore, sadly. But yeah, This film is so entertaining with some of the most off the wall slapstick I've seen that I haven't laughed since a fucking Looney Tunes slash Tom and Jerry cartoon. But yeah, I highly recommend Animal Treasure Island. And something that I learned recently is that it was a huge inspiration towards Hideaki Anno. So watch it. Okay, that's it. Bye. Watch all these 5 anime, please. I beg you. Okay, that's my final word. Bye.